welcome. We're gonna do a nice little gentle sun salutation into a nice restorative class, just chilling out, mellowing out. You don't need much if you prefer not to use props, but if you'd like to grab a blanket for your knees for certain poses or a block for a restorative bridge later, that would be useful. Otherwise, let's all just meet in a seated position on our mats, legs crossed comfortably. Maybe we move our butt out of the way a little bit just to get our tailbone nice and grounded. From there, we're going to build our foundation and just really press into our tailbone, making sure that it's nice and grounded, sitting up nice and tall. From there, you can gently close your eyes or have a soft gaze at the floor. And either your hands, maybe they're connected to one another, just resting in your lap. Maybe they are grounded onto your knees to help your foundation. Or maybe their palms face up for offerings. Wherever you are, just start to slow your breath down. Inhale, roll our shoulders up to our ears. Inhale as much as you can. Exhale out through the mouth and roll your shoulders down and back. Let's do that again. Inhale, roll your shoulders all the way up to your ears. Exhale, roll them down and back. One more time, inhale your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, roll them down and back. Take a few more breaths at your own pace. Exhale, let's slowly make our way over to our tabletop, just on our hands and our knees. Shoulders stacked over wrists, press into all parts of your hand. I like to have my middle fingers pointing out towards the corners of my mat, but whatever is most comfortable for you is perfectly fine. Your hips are stacked over your knees. Let's start to engage our core, pushing the floor away, tucking our tailbone in. Really activate your fingertips here. Inhale. Exhale. Gazing comfortably at the floor, somewhere in between your hands. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your tailbone, lift your gaze, pull the bottoms of your hands towards your knees without actually moving them. We're just gonna pull our chest in between the space we've created for cow. Exhale. Exhale, push the floor away with everything that's touching the floor, even your feet. Curl your spine, exhale. Inhale, cow. Gaze up. Exhale, push it all away. Push the knees, push the tops of the feet, push your hands. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Hold your cat for a moment. Pushing everything away, really engaging your core. Let's tuck our toes and slowly make our way into our down dog. Wherever your feet are most comfortable here, they can be hips width distance, they can be a little closer together, they can be a little farther apart, whatever is most comfortable for you in this position. It's perfectly fine. Your heels don't have to touch the ground. You can have a slight bend in your knees, even if that feels good. Just pressing the floor away with everything that's pressing the floor, using your fingertips, your feet, sending your hips up tall. Engage your core slightly here, keeping a nice flat back. On your next inhale, bend your knees, gaze is now forward, and we're just going to slowly either walk or step to the top of our mat, however you'd like to get there. Inhale, halfway lift. Your hands can be either on the floor if that's comfortable, your hands can be on your shins. We just want to create a nice little 90-degree angle with our body. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slight bend into the knees. We're just going to roll slowly up to our mountain pose. Shoulders and head are the last to come up. And exhale, your arms to your sides, shoulders down, palms face out. Take a moment to ground into your feet, really press into all your toes. Have a slight little bend into your knees so that our tailbone can elongate down to the ground. We're going to roll our shoulders down our back. And then tuck our low rib cage in to our pelvic area. Inhale, arms and gaze up. Hands meet at the top. Exhale, bend into the knees, arms go out wide. We're just going to slowly melt our chest down to the ground, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on the ground or your shins. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back to your plank pose. Shoulders should be stacked over wrists, really engaged with all parts of our hand. Our tailbone is tucked, our core is fired up. We're pushing the ground away with everything that's touching the floor. And our heels should be stacked over the balls of our feet. Just fire that up for one more breath. Inhale. Exhale, lower your knees slowly right where they are. They're a little bit past your hips, and that's perfectly fine. We're going to pull into our hands, sending our wrists towards our knees a little bit, and slowly lower, bend at the elbows, lower our chest and our chin at the same time, and then we can slither our lower body all the way down to the ground. Let's press into the tops of our feet with our mat, really engage them. We're going to tuck our tailbone down so that our pubic bone touches the floor. Our core starts to get fired up. Our glutes are fired up. Our kneecaps lift off the ground. Once we're nice and strong in our low half of our body, we can take an inhale and come into either a baby cobra or a full cobra. I'm going to go baby because we're just starting that out. Make sure that your shoulders are pulled back. Your elbows are tucked into one another. Exhale, lower. Tuck your toes. Rise up to your plank on your knees and then push up into your down dog. Pedal out the feet. Bend your knees, look forward. Either walk or step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll up to mountain pose. Exhale your arms to your sides, palms face out. Inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, bend into the knees, hinge out from the hips, folding with your arms wide, leading with your chest. Inhale, plant your hands. And we're just gonna slowly walk to our hands and our knees. And from there, we can just walk up so that we're stacked on top of our knees. I'm gonna turn to face you just so it's a little easier to see. We'll move into our gate pose. So from here, let's all take our right leg and extend it out. If you need a block by your side, just for some stability, that is perfectly wonderful. So from here, we're gonna press our entire foot into the ground so that the bottom half, or the whole bottom of our right foot is on the ground. From here, let's reach our right hand down and out, reach our left hand all the way up. We're just gonna get a nice stretch into our side body. Just use your right leg with your right hand as an assistance to keep this pose nice and strong, that you're not collapsed into your side. That doesn't feel very good. We're just trying to get a nice elongated stretch in our left side body. Inhale, slowly come back up the way that you came. Maybe use your block for some support. Bring your right leg back in and underneath of your hips. And we're gonna switch to the other side. Extend your left leg straight out from your hips. Left foot all the way on the ground. Start to use your left hand down your left leg. Reach your right hand up all the way high and over to the left side body, getting that nice stretch in your right side. Make sure you're not collapsed in your side body and that you're nice and strong in your side obliques on both sides. Gaze can be under your right shoulder or down at the ground. Inhale, come back up slowly the way that you came. Remove your block if it's nearby. And we'll slowly make our way back to our down dog. Inhale, your right foot goes up high. Nice three-legged down dog, reaching out from your right heel. Exhale, curl it in through center. And we're gonna plant our right foot to the outside of our right hand, setting up for lizard pose on the right. If you need some modifications here, you can get your blocks and have them under your hands. Or you can have a blanket under your knee once we lower it. But everyone, let's lower our left leg. You can keep your toes tucked or untuck them. I like to untuck mine. Our right foot, our toes are facing out towards the corner of our mat. And our heel is just about as wide as our mat can possibly go. From here, you can hang out if this feels good. We're just gonna send our hips a little lower down to the ground. If this feels good and you feel like you can go a little farther, again, use your blocks if necessary. I'll demonstrate just what you could do with your blocks here. So you could just hang on to them right here. If you have two, you could stack two of them. If this is comfortable for you, we want to take it a little farther, then you can slowly start to walk onto your forearms here. Just breathing through this pose. Make sure that your big toe and that your knee are facing in the same direction. Take one more full inhale and one more full exhale. On your next inhale, walk your hands up slowly if you were down on your forearms. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, send your right foot all the way up and back into your three-legged dog, and then open your hip up at the top. And roll your ankle out a little bit just for a little counter stretch there. And you can slowly lower your right leg back down to your down dog. Maybe you pedal out your feet here. You might get a couple pops, which feel kind of nice. And let's take that to the left side. Inhale your left foot all the way up. Reach out from your left heel into your three-legged dog. And exhale, curl your left knee into your chest. Left foot moves to the outside of your left foot. Toes are facing out towards the corner of your mat. Heels facing in. Slowly lower. I'll show you what I mean with the blanket. We can slowly lower our right knee down to the ground. The blanket underneath feels really good. Untuck your back toes, or you can keep them tucked. It's up to you. Make sure that our toes and our knees are facing in the same direction outside, and however comfortable it is to lower down, lower into your lizard lunge. Sending your hips down. Using your breath to get deeper into this pose. Take one more full inhale and one more full exhale. Slowly walk your hands up if they were down in your forearms. Tuck your back toes, lift your back right knee, And we're gonna send our left foot all the way back behind us. Three-legged dog, and then open up our hip at the top and roll out our ankle. Counter stretching that pose. And slowly lower your left foot back down to the ground. From your down dog, let's bend our knees, look forward, gazes forward, and slowly walk or step to the top of your mat. And slowly make your way down to your back. If you want to lay on your blanket, go for it. Use it as a pillow, whatever feels nice. I think I'm just going to put mine out to the side. We're going to roll all the way onto our back. We can bring our knees with us here. And move into dead bug pose. So extend your feet straight up to the sky with the bottoms of your feet facing the lovely sky above us. Our feet are just kind of directly hanging out over our hips, not with much effort here, just they're kind of like floating. And we're going to lift our arms out from our sockets and just casually have them relaxed into gravity or into space. Dead bug pose. Kind of fun to just feel your limbs like rock around when they're relaxed. From here, let's grab our right knee, bring it into our chest, let our left leg go really nice and long. Wrap your fingers around your right knee. We're gonna inhale, just curl it all in. Really squeeze your knee towards your chest. Exhale here. One more inhale. Exhale, relax down to the ground. Bring your left knee into your chest. Let your right leg go long. Bring your hands to be interlaced around your left knee. And we're going to inhale, pull our knee towards each other. Bring our head and our shoulders up off the ground, squeezing everything in. Exhale here. Inhale. Exhale, relax. You can bring both knees into your chest. Let's bring our feet down to the ground, onto the mat. Our knees are facing up towards the ceiling. Feet are about hips width distance or whatever's comfortable for you, and walk your toes, your feet in so that you can touch the backs of your feet with ease. I'm going to grab a block and get it nearby. If you'd like to do the same, we're going to move into bridge, and you can either take that normally or do it restorative. I'll show you both ways. Once we can touch the tops of our fingertips to the very backs of our heels, We're gonna press down into our heels here, start to turn on our core a little bit, and on our inhale, press through the heels. We'll send the pelvic bone up towards the ceiling. Maybe we walk our shoulders in a little bit when we get there too. Really pressing through the heels. We don't want to tense up our glutes too much. They're definitely engaged, but we don't want to squeeze them like that. Just keep them as relaxed as we can. Hang out here in bridge, or if you'd like to take your block for restorative, you can put it on any setting you would like, maybe the second setting or the third setting. I'm going to go for the second today, and just put it right under your sacrum bone at the very top of your butt. And let it relax there. Ooh, this one feels nice. If you're in regular bridge, you can just relax down to the ground. Slowly. And then when you're ready, you can move back into your bridge pose by pressing down through the heels and lifting your pelvic bone up to the ceiling. If you're in restorative bridge, slowly press through the heels, remove the block from underneath of your body, and slowly lower down. All right, we can send our feet straight out in front of us from our mat. Move your left foot over towards the left top corner of your mat. Arms are going to go straight up. Oop, I need to move down a little bit. I'm going to hit my plant. So left foot out towards the left corner of your mat. Arms straight up out. Beyond you, just reaching straight up. We're going to bring our right foot and cross it over our left foot. Move into a little of a banana pose here. And we'll grab our right wrist, with our left hand and pull our right upper body towards the left side of our mat, just getting this little crescent shape in our side body. You should feel a nice stretch in your right side body. Just doing a little bit of a crunch here. Your right foot should really be reaching over towards the left there to keep this nice and engaged so that you feel the right stretch, or the stretch through your right side body, I should say. Slowly make your way out of it. Uncross your right leg on your left. Let's send our right foot over towards the right corner of our mat this time. Hands are straight up. Left foot crosses over our right. Hook them and point our left foot out, really reaching out towards that right corner. And then we can grab our left wrist with our right hand and bring our body over towards the right side, getting our nice left side stretch. Making a little banana pose. Try to have your core engaged here slightly. Then you'll really help to feel the side stretch. Slowly make your way out of it. Uncross your left foot. And let's all roll over to our belly as slowly as we can. Oh yes. Tops of the feet are just on the ground. Arms are going to go straight out from their sockets here. And pick a cheek to lay on. We're going to move over to the left side first. So let's take our right foot and just bring it into a little 90-degree angle like this with our right foot facing the ceiling. We're going to plant our right hand underneath our right elbow, just sending our elbow up to the ceiling, and we're going to use that as a tool to push us over so that we can get this nice stretch in our left shoulder. We're going to send our right foot back behind us, about behind your left thigh. Nothing too crazy here. Just keep your palm down on your left hand. Just use your right hand as a tool to gently twist, getting a nice stretch in your shoulder. Slowly lower back onto your belly, legs nice and straight and flat. Right arm goes all the way out from the right shoulder socket. We'll bend into our left hand. I like to bring my fingers or my hands to my fingertips. Bend into your left foot, and we're just gonna send our left foot back behind us. Doing a little twist on this side, using your left hand as a tool to push and twist open gently. This should feel good. If it hurts, then don't go there. Your gaze is just over to the left with your cheek or your right ear on the ground. Slowly lower back onto your belly. Totally flat, just for a breath. And we'll make our way into Shavasana. If you'd like to take it on your back, right on. Maybe you bring your blanket somewhere close and comfortable nearby. Wherever you are, just surrender to the ground, surrender to your mat. And Shavasana. And you're ready to come out of Shavasana. Just bring little movements back to your fingers, to your toes. Slowly wake the body back up. And those little movements turn into a little bit of bigger movements. Maybe you roll slowly onto one side, using your arm or your shoulder as a pillow. And when you're ready, gently, slowly making your way back to a seat. Thank you for slowing it down with me. I hope this felt good and nice and relaxed and got you nice and stretched out. Thank you.